A very good morning. I don't really know how to start this one. What you have to observe within yourself, if you are in this position of being driven by the heart and not the head, you have to observe the position of the head. It's still a valid entity. It holds a brain that operates the body. Okay? So when the head starts to make its reappearance, you have to watch that it doesn't supersede the heart again. So this talk is with the hope that in what we call our very near future, that I don't lose the blood and return to that ego-driven personage only mind. So this is with precaution, because it may appear egoistic, or it may appear true, it may appear a lot of bullshit to you, but it matters not, because it's the position of the experiencer. I feel it's time to disclose that there is only this speaker, this, whatever you want to call this, a body, a person, a man, that can experience whatever it's going to experience, with a mind or without a mind. And it is of no relevance to another human being. And if you think your talk or anything that you try and teach or point or do to any other human being is relevant to them, you're really blasphemizing the opportunity that you were given to be selected for witnessing something incredibly beyond mind. So it is with very much caution that I tell you that what I speak about is just the experience of this I. And it's not possibly relevant to you. It may have similarities. But the last thing you need to do, I need to do, is to tell you what truth is for all. I can now speak with a more, what you would call, clear ego mind, and tell you that this voice of whatever it was, this voice that spoke, this voice that destroyed the awakening process, meaning whatever was seeking or whatever was being magnetically pulled was pulled to this what we call this door. And beyond this door, this voice said, no, that's as far as you can go. If you come here, you're not going to return to your body. Breath will be taken away. Everything will be taken away. And you don't get a choice in that, you see. So this voice, after being in the forest for, I don't know, many weeks, many months, sometimes for 15 hours looking at the same tree, not being able, not having a recognition of who I was, where I was, what I was, just this pure essence of being, this pure essence of stillness, silence. It felt like you were going to, everything, the whole universe was going to disappear, and you were going to fall into that whole non-dual state, because you were in a non-dual state at that moment, but you're going to fall into this whole non-dual state, meaning you're going to replicate what your body is replicating. Every atom and every molecule from this body is being taken away. And over a period of a year, it may end up anywhere in the universe. And your new body in the following year will be made up of atoms and molecules for anywhere from the universe, meaning form, space, clouds, Eiffel Tower, whatever. And this science has proven this. So you were in this position of not just dissolving, complete dissolution. What are you dissolving as a soul, a mind, a spirit, a consciousness? You've no idea. Your mind is gone. So this voice, it stopped the process of going any further through this door. And I think U.G. Krishnamurti speaks about this shock, Eckhart Tolle, where there is a voice that said one moment. No, this voice said one moment based on the question that was being asked. From where am I looking and this what? I didn't know the question was being asked, but I know now it was being asked. And it replied one moment. That's where we're looking from. And that's what we are. That's what I am looking from. And that's what I am. It also said, in a follow-up to that one moment, in a very quiet, subtle way, the maple and consciousness. And of course, that's one moment is our whole self, that present moment, that that never began and it never will end. And in fact, never fades. So this one moment is our pure state. But it also gave an idea of what we are in our universal state. A maple and consciousness. A maple is that stable I. Consciousness is the ribbons. That femininity, that moving. That's what the body is, the ribbon. And when the body goes, you return to that maple, that tower. But that's the history of what I am. So if when this body goes, I may return to this tower and return to another ribbon. But it will depend on my birthday because I was born on May the 1st, which is Beltane. 30th of April, to be in fact entirely true, but very, very close to May the 1st. So when you return, depending on your birth, is what you will be experiencing from that universal you. So this one moment is only an idea that moves into that birthplace. What is one moment, you see? You can live by the maple, the I, the consciousness, the birthplace, the human, the mind, the swirling, the emotional experiences, the stillness, the stability, the male, the female. I will rotate into that being sometimes very feminine, but sometimes very masculine, sometimes very moving, sometimes very asleep and still and silent. That's the representation of what I am. I'm born on that April 30th, May 1st, the day that's my original birth date of this life. But this one moment is explained to this by this voice that it is the originality of all that exists within myself. Presence. Presence and awareness. In the one moment, there's no you. In the one moment, when you cannot be in the one moment while mind is operating, while mind is thinking about being in the one moment, or what it's going to be like, or what I'm feeling, or how hungry I am, or what I'm going to do tomorrow. The thoughts have to go to experience this presence. This presence is when there's no thinker, no mind, activity, nothing taking place. And you experience that flat line, that beautiful, 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 no beginning, no end state. So time is on either side, is a fluctuation, is a representation, is a birthplace of this one moment. Every state of mind is a birthplace of this one moment. Past and future, thoughts, imaginations, concepts, ideas, experiences, words, identities, stories, attachments, associations, beliefs, hopes, all that stuff are tentacles from this one moment that I am. That's all I know, you see. That's all I know. But that profound knowing is that whatever happens through this maple consciousness birth, whatever birth it is in next life, maybe October, or past life in January, whatever that represent, that star sign, that is just another dream, another idea of what I could be. But I'm never not this one moment, never not presence, never not here, but not geographically here. Being, never not being. That's the story. That's the conclusion that I can reach. I have reached. Rumi speaks about it in a much more poetic way, as if it's a garden. But presence in itself, if you ask any, if you've experienced presence in its totality, where it's this boundless space, this boundless emptiness, this boundless void that you appear to be experiencing yourself as. It is heavenly. It is paradisial. It is that garden that Rumi eloquently talks about. But it can only be done from the heart, when the head is still operating, but not intruding on what is taking place. The heart is a superior place to know. It's not what we speak about it as humans. Heart over head, head over heart, organ, pulsating love, head, intelligence, and all that stuff. That's the maple and the consciousness, a creation that I created from this body. This body was created by nature. The mind is of identification and all that stuff is created by myself, by listening, by taking on board, by being conditioned, by being allowed to be programmed. And that's an ego state, you see. But beyond that knowledge, that intelligence that we call is so vital, is this incredibly pure and tranquil. And the words omnipotent and omnipresent. I mean, I came from a background, a very poor schooling, not able to even project some of the words that I've projected over the last 7 years. Don't know where they come from. Never knew they existed. Never went into the dictionary before speaking and said, I wonder if I could use this word or whatever it is. These words are they're just airy-fairy utterings, flotations of, I don't know, the entirety of what all the lives that I have maybe participated in. You're a storage, you see. Your brain is a storage of all the lives that you've participated in, but the one moment it can remove that brain, that story in one moment. And that's if you're fortunate enough and lucky enough to be presence, to be awareness, to be that beyond consciousness state, you see. When you say beyond consciousness, all minds go, oh my God, what the hell next? I can't even find consciousness. What's beyond consciousness? Beyond consciousness, you can't go beyond consciousness, but within consciousness, in the core of consciousness, in the depth, there is an I. And that I is a wormhole that takes you to all other existences. And whatever comes next, it may be a birth in another planet, in another universe, in another galaxy, as another form, or as a space, or as a star. You have no idea. Your infinite possibilities. But that's okay. It's not about speaking about your infinite possibilities, but speaking about the root of where I exist. Before I was born, something existed as myself. I don't know what it is. I've no intentions of finding out, because I will never find out. The mind is limited. And you cannot find out what you are, because you're looking from that place that you are. We look from this, what we call a body, but we didn't know we were a body till we gave it a name. This is all super assumptions, super possibilities. We can create names about things, and you'll see that names are absolutely pathetic to what you truly are. Pathetic meaning just grains of dust, grains of sand, and you rely so much upon your name. Customs and excise, police, they rely so much upon your name because they want to stifle. They don't want you to find out what you are. But I'm only speaking on behalf of myself. I can't speak on anyone else. This experience was a very holy experience, a very Christly experience, and something intervened. We can say it's God, I don't know. But this voice is so colossal, so powerful. It could be your higher self, it could be anything, but it's the most profound one moment. That's all you need. You think you need the whole history, you think you need the whole intelligence, the whole understanding about prehistoric, Neanderthal, whatever centuries of stuff, history, and you think you need to know all about the next 25 centuries. But all you need to know is about where you're standing from, where you're looking from, the place of your being. One moment. That's all I know.